Ynon, it's so great to chat with you. I'm very excited. Full disclosure, I was an enormous Barbie movie fan. Do you have to have a Barbie 2 and a Barbie 3 to make me keep wanting to go buy Barbies over the next 2 to 3 years?
Well, there's a lot to be excited about when it comes to Barbie, that's for sure. But before we dive in, just to give you a bit of context for the quarter and the year, this was a very strong fourth quarter for the company, with double-digit growth in top and bottom line and significant margin expansion. The year as a whole was a milestone year for Mattel. In addition to the incredible success of the Barbie movie, we extended our leadership in key toy categories and gained significant share overall, and continued to strengthen our financial position with over $700 million of free cash flow, which is more than 2.5 times that we generated last year. And in line with that, we just announced a $1 billion share repurchase program and believe we're in an excellent position to continue to execute on our strategy with Barbie and all of our other brands.
Okay, so let me ask you about one of your other brands, which is Fisher-Price. I know you're making some management changes for that division. What are your ambitions for the brand's future, and do you see it as a core brand for Mattel overall?
Fisher-Price had a very strong fourth quarter. It was up double-digit. It's the #1 brand in the infant, toddler, preschool category, and it continued to gain share for the year. And within that, Little People performed especially strongly with expanded adult collector line, including for the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of cultural touch points with that brand as well. In 24, Fisher-Price will expand its core product lines, enter a new segment. It will expand its licensed entertainment offering and continue to exit low-margin segments, which is something that we have been doing consistently. And that, in some ways, distorts the overall perspective around the brand, because there are segments that we manage the exit of that brought the revenue down.
Ynon, what is not a core brand?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What is not a core brand right now?
Well, as a management team, we constantly evaluate our portfolio as a whole. We believe we have a very strong portfolio, but we constantly look and evaluate and measure our performance in order to create long-term shareholder value and position the company for profitable growth. And this is something that we do all the time as a team, and this is our expertise and what is behind the success of many of our other brands in our portfolio.
Ynon, activist investor Barrington thinks that Fisher-Price and American Girl may not be core and that you should divest. What do you think?
Well, without commenting specifically about any one brand, as a team, this is what we do. We constantly evaluate our portfolio. And in some cases, we have work to do, and we're doing that work. And as you mentioned earlier, in the case of Fisher-Price, we announced a leadership change a few weeks ago. We are looking to make more changes that we will be able to talk about in the upcoming analyst presentation. American Girl had some really exciting positive trends in the fourth quarter, and that brand as well is becoming now part of the North America business, so we can leverage our strong direct-to-consumer capabilities and our ability to create demand in a way that very few companies can do.
Okay.
So we have the capabilities and skills to drive those brands forward.
Alex brought up Barrington Capital, which of course is pushing for some changes. We also noticed, of course, is that you hired Christopher Farrell as Chief Strategy Officer, and he had an earlier career in M&A. So there are a lot of questions about what that signals, what Mattel is signaling about how you think through your portfolio, what's core, what's not, what should be built up further, what can be downsized a little bit.
Yeah, Chris Farrell has extensive experience in corporate finance, investment banking, corporate strategy, and M&A. And in line with our capital allocation priorities, we talked about investing in organic growth of the company, maintaining an investment grade and a 2 to 2.5 times leverage ratio, as well as M&A and share repurchase. And we think of these terms holistically. We just announced the $1 billion share repurchase program on one side. And on the other side, we continue to think about M&A opportunities that we're exploring right now, given our strength, our market leadership, our share gain, and our capital structure. We have optionality. When it comes to M&A, the criteria will be: is it additive to our strategy? Is it accretive? Is it holistic to our approach overall? And we're being very thoughtful, very disciplined, and very methodical about the opportunities we're looking at.
This is a funny question, but I actually kind of mean it. Do you need to have a Taylor Swift toy? And I'll just use my daughter as an example. She's 9. She doesn't want to play with Barbies anymore. But if you got her something Taylor Swift related, she would absolutely want to buy it and play with it. How do you bridge the gap of sort of the zeitgeist of Americana versus the products that you have?
Well, she might be one of the very few people who don't want to play with Barbie right now, because a lot of people do. But when it comes to our capabilities as a company, where we excel, one of our expertise is to create cultural moments and touch on societal trends that matter to the world. And we do that really well. We did it around the Barbie movie. We do it with all of our brands. And finding those moments, those key touch points, and taking brands that are timeless and making them timely is a core skill set that as a company. And you saw it in the movie, and you will continue to see that. And Taylor Swift, for that matter, is a great artist. And in my household, we have a lot of fans as well, Taylor. And we'll continue to find ways outside of the question to engage and collaborate with artists and role models.
So Mattel has plans for an American Girl movie. You're also, I understand, reportedly working with J-Lo on a Bob the Builder film. So you're leaning on that IP to continue to drive demand for filmed entertainment and bring in toy sales as well. Can you give us just a sneak preview of when we can expect some of these movies to come out?
Yes, we have a very exciting film slate, and it continues to grow. And what we're looking to do is to collaborate with leading filmmakers to make standout quality movies based on our iconic brands that will resonate in culture and appeal to global audiences. We haven't said when is the next movie coming out, but we have an exciting slate. We're collaborating with some of the most prolific filmmakers in the world, and we're going to share more along the way when these movies are ready, but it's going to be worth the wait.
Are you going to the Oscars, Ynon?
I am. It's great to have Barbie in the running. We could not be more excited about Barbie and the reception that the movie has received, not just in terms of box office, but also critically and by fans all over the world. It's exciting to see, and a great tribute to Greta Gerwig's vision and interpretation of the Barbie brand.
And Margot Robbie as well. She was a key part of that.
Margot Robbie has been a terrific partner, both as in front of the camera, but also as a producer. And we're very fortunate to collaborate with these talented filmmakers.